Hello guys, welcome back to another chess episode. Today we're gonna learn the chess basics, and that's how pieces move. So, we have in chess, we have 6 pieces. We have pawns, rooks, knights, bishops, queen, and a king. We have 8 pawns, and on the starting position for white the second file, and for black the seventh file, they can move 1 square in front of them or 2 squares. If they choose to move 2 squares, and let's say black does the same but on with the G pawn, we can't move 2 squares. We can only move one after we move the pawn. Okay, so remember, if you move the pawn once, you can only move 1 square at a time. Okay, and that's for every pawn. Then the knights. The knights are a little bit more special because they can jump over pieces. So if I click the knight, you can see those highlighted squares, and I can jump over these pawns. Okay, so let me bring the knight on the more centralized square. So the knight, I like to say that it moves into from an L position. So you highlight the square where the knight is, and you don't go on the diagonals. You only go in front, back, right or left. Oh, sorry, right or left. Okay, and you go 1, 2, 3, and right, no, left, right. Okay, and these are the squares it can go, and you can go like this for basically any direction. Okay, so these are the squares the knight can go, and if I click the knight, you can see those squares are highlighted. However, I can't move the knight where my pieces already are. So I can move my knight here, here, or here, because my white pieces are here. If the opponent's pieces were here, I could have captured them, okay, like this. But I can't because they're my own pieces, okay? The bishops. The bishops can't jump over pieces, and they can only move onto the diagonals, like this. You will notice that we have a dark bishop, or dark square bishop, and a white square bishop, okay? The dark square bishop can't never go on the white squares, okay? And the white bishop can never go onto the dark squares, okay? Uh, if you want to activate the bishop, you have to move the pawn, okay? And after black does something, if I click the bishop, it can move on the squares, okay? The queen. The queen is the most valuable piece in chess. Or no, maybe no, not the queen already. Let's just go over the rooks first, okay? So, the rooks, they are the opposite of bishops, so they never go on the diagonal, they only move on files, like this, sorry, like this, and like this, okay? Right now, if I click it, I can't go anywhere because there's this pawn and this knight in the way, okay? And let's say if I move the pawn and black does something random, you will see I have those highlighted squares where the rook can move, okay? And if I move the knight here and black does something random, you will see that this square is also highlighted because I can move here and here, okay? Um, Now the queen. The queen, as I said, is the most valuable piece in chess. It is a combo of the bishop and the rook, okay? It can go in front and left and right, but it can also move on the diagonals. And the queen can change the diagonal colors, okay? So, if I move the pawn here and let's say black does the same, I will have the highlighted squares because I can move in front, okay? Now if I go here and yeah, you will, and black does something random, you will notice the diagonal is open and those highlighted squares where I can move my queen, okay? The king is more special than the knight, which says a lot, because the king isn't really worth any points. Uh, the king can only move 1 square in each direction. Okay, so it can move here, 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 and here. Okay, and if I go here, boom. Okay, and I will get to this position. You will see the highlighted squares are basically in each direction. Okay, I can move here, here, and here because there are my pawns in the way. okay, but I can move anywhere else, okay. So hope this helps. I try to keep it short, and if you've learned something new, drop a like and subscribe. Bye.